Hey guys, Rura here from vrlabs.dev, and in this video I'm going to go over how to install the Jiggle effects package from the VRLabs Patreon. So to get started, you're going to take the prefab, drag it into the scene, right-click it, unpack prefab, and drag the whole thing onto the avatar. And there's a few things you can do with this. If I just enter play mode, you'll see that I can just kind of shake this object around and it'll trigger like that. But there's a few other ways you can configure this, and for the sake of this installation, we're going to configure it so that when the character shakes its head, it plays the jingling sound and the particle effect. So to do this, we're going to go to our head bone, and then go into the prefab. There's an object called JFX target, drag that onto the head bone, right-click on transform, reset position, and then in the prefab itself, there's an object called detection. We're going to just offset this slightly on one axis, so 2 should be fine. And that should be good for this. So now if we enter play mode, you'll see that if I rotate the head around like I'm shaking it, plays the effect. If I rotate it up and down, plays the effect. Now, in order to configure the sensitivity of this, there are a couple ways to do it. If you have it configured for rotation, like this head one, then you can simply just move this detection object closer and further away. The closer it is, the harder it will be to trigger, and the further away, the easier it will be to trigger. But if you just have this on an object that's shaking around, say we just reset this to 0, and we just want this at the end of like a maraca or something that's shaking around, you can still customize the sensitivity. If I go into play mode, I can show you directly that if I shake this object around, you have to shake it pretty fast, but if I go to the detection object, emission, rate over distance, make this value higher, now it will trigger a lot easier. And if I make it something absurd like 10, then it'll go off just from like simple movements. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out some of our other videos if you haven't already. This has been VR Labs. We'll see you next time.